Get ready for some NBA basketball. Here we go. So the Clippers win the tip. And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. Now here's Jackson. The kick out to Morris. 6 to shoot. George for 3. And that comes off the assist by Morris.
You need guys who can stretch the floor or the offense doesn't. Flow. Paul George is one of the best at it.
Here's Russell. Pass to Gobert. Now here's Towns. And here's Russell. Outside McDaniels. Here's Gobert. It's rebounded by Zubac. A true utility player, Smitty. Marcus Morris brings a diverse skill set to the court.
He does. Marcus is a hard-nosed, gritty defender who can play either 4 spot or even center at times. Plus, he's a reliable scorer and a solid 3-point shooter.
The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but B.A., those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all. Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
George for 3. Doesn't go that time. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. It's Edwards on the wing. Pass to Towns. The 3. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Kicks it to George. Pulls up. They grab their own miss. Leonard outside. There's the 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. Leonard outside. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
I'll tell you what, that cat was strong and physical. Woo, I'm not sure how you can effectively stop Towns around the basket.
Back to Jackson. George outside. Shot to stop the run. And Gobert with a block. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. An open look for Russell. And Minnesota again with a bucket. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, it's tough to score when you're getting stuffed on every attempt. Great job getting the hands up so far, making life difficult for shooters.
Something else that stands out is how they've gotten out in transition. Their speed has kept the defense on their heels.
Here's Jackson after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. Leonard for 3. And again, no good by the Clippers. Minnesota in the lead. Russell to pass to Gobert. Yep, count it.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Jackson finds Morris. Here's Leonard. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
And coming into the league, Kawhi Leonard was viewed as a raw prospect, a solid athlete and defender, but someone that needed to work on his jumper.
Second free throw, no good. Well, Smitty, there's no question Kawhi has put a lot of hours into developing his jump shot.
And you see the results now. He's become one of the game's elite scorers because of the hard work he put in, even becoming lethal from outside the arc.
So it's the Clippers now, after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Shooting for Minnesota.
And both free throws good for Edwards. 59 seconds left in the first. Pass to Leonard. Kicks it out to Jackson. Morris for three. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammates. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
Here's Edwards. Here's Towns. Fires the three. Leonard pulls down the board.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Three-pointer. No good there. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Outside McDaniels. Tipped. Gobert passes to Russell. Back to Gobert. Shoots over Zubac. Gobert, no good.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
So it's Minnesota up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, let's quickly break down the game, what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves, guys.
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Los Angeles has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Jackson, the pass to George. 20 feet out. And the jumper is on the mark. George has got 5. Well, Smitty, great teams have a plan B when the plan A fails.
Well, BA, a part of it is coaching, but it's also about having the talent to win more than one way. Also, it's about ad-libbing and being able to change on the fly. Nice interior touch from Rudy. Good at getting ideal positioning and capitalizing.
And stolen by Edwards. Right side McDaniels. Pass to Towns. The kick out to Edwards. Offensive rebound. And Gobert with the stuff.
On the boards, Gobert is unstoppable, easily winning himself a second chance look.
Here's George. Deflects the pass. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
Miscommunication oftentimes leads to turnovers. That's something they'll want to discuss.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Edwards for 3. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got his 5th assist in this one.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
Now here's George. He's got 5. Leonard passes to George. Morris outside. It's George on the wing. Clock at 4. When the whistle blows, it's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Leonard passes to Zubac.
We know he likes to block shots, but Rudy Gobert's impact on contesting shots just as important.
Shot clock at 6. Here's George. Deflected by Gobert. Outside Russell. Pass to Towns. Beyond the arc. And another three for Minnesota.
Ah, the versatility of Towns, unleashing his outside game and presenting all sorts of problems for the defense.
Now here's Jackson, and the ball out of play. Timberwolves will have it. And here's Minnesota now. This run now up to 13-2. Outside Edwards. Takes it inside. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Jackson. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse. Jackson's got 5 now.
The defense having to respect Jackson's outside game. That opened up things for him in the inside.
Outside for Russell. Takes the 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight. It's George on the wing. Pass to Leonard. Back to George. Launches a 3. Edwards pulls it in.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
The Clippers have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
That one's off.
Paul George at the line for 2.
And he sinks the second. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 13-5 run. Outside Russell. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
Yeah, inside the paint, Russell stays so nimble, helping him get such a high percentage look.
Jackson, the pass to Zubac. Leonard outside. There's 45 seconds left in the first half of this one. Morris for 3. Rebound Minnesota. Up top Edwards. George defending. It's rebounded by Zubac. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Leonard finds Jackson on the take. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. Jackson's gotten 4 this quarter.
The way he glides around the court doesn't look like Jackson is moving as fast as he really is.
Here's Edwards, and he jams it home with authority.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. There's Jackson with the 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. And Edwards, here we go. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet. Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He put together 10 points in the quarter. More 2K action in just a moment. With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. We've got Jordan McLaughlin. Kyle Anderson is out there with Torian Prince. Then it's Jalen Noel. And it's Reed in at the 5. Out of bounds, the Clippers will keep possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. Offensive rebound. Batum. And finally, they hit one. Batum's got his first 2 points.
If you don't box out Nicholas Batum, you're going to pay. With this length and how well he uses it, it's a bucket.
To the wing, right side. Anderson against Covington. Anderson gets the bucket.
Trying to become a better scorer on all three levels. This time, Anderson attacking the interior.
Wall, the pass to Powell. Back to Wall. Pass to Powell. Left side Wall. Brents grabs the miss.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
Outside Wall. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
What an effort from Wall on the play, refusing to let the foul stop him from taking the shot.
And so Wall nails them both. 90 seconds into the second half now. Here's McLaughlin. Wall covering. And it's McLaughlin missing. The Clippers have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half.
From an early age, Terrence Mann has been around hoops. His mom was a long-time college head coach and now an assistant in the WNBA. This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the knack.
Pass to Noel. Shoots over Powell. Here's Brents. Deflected.
A sneaky presence at the defensive end. Nicholas Batum was all over that shot.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Well, for a kid growing up like Mann did, institutional knowledge, having a parent as a coach.
It's a gift, B.A. The ability to play hoops with someone who knows what they're talking about. Terrence is such a skilled player, and he puts in the work. And listen to your mom, young fellas.
Here's Noel. Powell covers. Noel, that's good. Noel's gotten 4 this quarter.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
This is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Standing at 6'4", Wall is a big point guard. That size along with his handles help him operate inside.
So he can't get either to fall. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Pass to Prince. Fires for 3. Oh, a rib-rattling two-handed jam.
Big time two-hand slam.
And right on top of the defender, too. That's got to feel good. Wall, the pass to Covington. The three-pointer off the mark. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Pass to McLaughlin. To the inside. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Outside, Anderson. This one for 3. No luck on that one.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Batum, the pass to Powell. Back to Batum with the drive. Reed with the rebound.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
Stolen by Anderson. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Minnesota.
Their defense, it's their defense. It has been downright incredible so far. Being disruptive and coming up with steals left and right.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of running. Attacking when they get the chance. Always a great idea.
Releases from 15. The shot off that time. And Los Angeles the other way now. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Wall. Oh, no good again that time. Outside, Anderson from the arc. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Naz Reid. That's foul number 2 for him. 8 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Wall, the pass to Powell. There's the triple. And so it's Minnesota. They're feeling great. A 21-point lead. A tremendous defensive effort against John Wall. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the 1. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Here's Edwards. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? Morris for 3. Here's Zubats. Kicks it to George. And stolen by Edwards. Towns up top. A shot from the high post. And that one drops for him.
And that's what you call the modern big. Towns pairs his inside game with a smooth outside shot.
Jackson, the pass to Leonard. Morris outside. Pass to Jackson. Leonard on the wing. McDaniels with it. And it's Leonard picking him up. Here's Russell. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns. Towns has got 3 assists in the game.
No hesitation from Russell. I like seeing him make quick decisions and take these shots.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. The Timberwolves have gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the 4th. Here's Edwards. Here he goes. And Edwards slams it in.
Hey, man, I don't care who you're a fan of. You love seeing a reverse slam like that one.
That's the kind of dunk that builds reputations. The kick out to Morris. George passes to Morris. Back to George. Now here's Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Leonard. And that one off the back of the rim and in. The Timberwolves have got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. Here's Edwards. Tipped. And they get it back. Pass to Towns. Outside Russell. Goes back up. It's rebounded by Zubats. Zubats has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Morris on the wing. The 3-ball. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. The Timberwolves shooting it well at 59%. Pass to Towns. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by George. Los Angeles has gone 1 for 3 in the 4th quarter from range. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Leonard. Minnesota shooting just about 57% in this 4th quarter. Russell finds Edwards. Fires the 3. Up again. It's good on the putback.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Jackson against Russell. The kick out to Morris. Leonard outside. George left side. From outside the arc. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time.
Nice recognition from Paul George there. Understanding the shot clock situation and cashing in.
And Edwards puts up a deep 3. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Timberwolves.
And it seemed like steals ended up making the difference in this game.
No question. Their ability to force mistakes and turn them into points gave them an upper hand tonight.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Anthony Edwards.
We saw him get a lot of touches tonight, and he wasted very few of them. Really made himself the backbone of their offense.
Here's Edwards. The offensive rebound. And Gobert with the stuff.
Okay, big man with muscles coming through. Gobert is hard to stop when he's looking to score.
And that one falls for Gobert.
Coming off his third All-Star performance, it's easy to say Rudy Gobert is one of the best centers in the league.
Leonard finds Morris. Back to Leonard. Now George. Morris outside. Leonard outside. Fires hitting the triple.
They're on a little run right now, but I'm wondering, where was this energy earlier?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
Russell from deep three-point land. He tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. George with the bucket.
Yet another one for Paul George. He can pile up points without wasting possessions.
Here's Russell. Pass to Towns. For three. Hits the trifecta.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of... Now, Greg, when you look at these rosters, both teams have lots of quality players and very deep benches.
And with the pace we see in games, it really helps to have more legs to run. Each of these coaches have a lot of options, so it'll be interesting to see how they play the matchups.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Brooks in at the 3. Jackson misses.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Morant with it. George picks him up. Bain passes to Brooks. Just 5 on the clock. Jackson kicks to Brooks. It's hauled in by Zubac. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul. And here are the Clippers. You know, you appreciate Zubac's focus on close-range looks as a big man.
Well, Zubac's one of those big centers that's burly and tough and rugged on the inside. And while other bigs are searching that three-point line out, Zubac looking to get deep into the paint. When you look at his shooting percentages over the past couple of seasons, up around 60%. That's good shot selection and great consistency.
And Morant's got the ball here for the Grizzlies. Outside Jackson. Adams against Leonard. Lets it fly. And it's off the back rim. No good. Morant against Jackson. And here's Morris for three. Clippers moving the ball around. Jackson passes to George. The Clippers rebound.
And both teams here early on just a bit sluggish. It took what seemed like forever for that first basket to fall.
Now here's Morant. And then jammed down as he goes right over Ivica Zubac.
And the rugged toughness of Morant. Excellent at fighting through there and capitalizing in style.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Out to Morris. George against Bain. Outside Leonard. Takes a three. It doesn't go for him. And Memphis the other way now. Brooks finds Morant. Outside for Jackson. Jackson against Morant. Pass to Brooks. From outside the arc. Rebound by the Clippers. Outside Leonard. Pass to Jackson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
It's been interesting as Reggie has finally seemingly found a home, or at least confidence in the way he plays. He's a guy who can carry you on offense, and he will score in bursts. And those will be very loud points.
Brent, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have. Injuries have been a factor the past couple of seasons, so they haven't competed at the level certainly that their owner wants to, but they're trying to keep this core group of guys together. And if they do that and they get health, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who've done it on the biggest of stages.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the score by Memphis. Jackson kicks to Leonard. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
That's the power and strength he brings. Kawhi able to absorb the contact. I'm not even sure he felt it and still knocks it down.
And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. Now, how about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
Now, here's Leonard. Steven Adams unable to get his last shot to go. Back to Leonard. 9 feet out. The rebound by Steven Adams. For Memphis, they've gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Brooks finds Jackson. Morant looking around. And finished off by Morant.
Fantastic instincts there by Morant. Sizing up the D and then just taking what he sees.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And taking a look back at last year's numbers, he's about a 76% shooter.
Now, here's George. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pass to Morris. Back to George. Up top, Morris. Guarded by Jackson. Shoots over Morant. Los Angeles with another miss. And Adams has got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. Bain with it. Guarded now by Morris. The shot and game clock separated by 4. The drive by Jackson. Down low. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And it's the Clippers with the ball. Trailing by 2. Outside Jackson. Outside for George. over Bain. That's good for George on the assist by Jackson.
That's a reliable offensive option right there. Shooting with consistency is all George can get you from a number of spots.
It's all tied. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter, the wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the point guard. Hits the three-point bomb. Morris has got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Now here's Brooks. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Out to Morant. And the rejection by Zubats. Morris passes to George. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Dylan Brooks. Brent, how has size now affected the way the game is played?
Well, if I could just take a detour, Kevin, I would tell you it's skill that has affected the way the game has played. I mean, this has always been a tall man's game, and usually it's been dominated by the biggest guys. But that's not the case anymore. So you look at 6'4" to 6'7" guys who are skilled to shoot, pass, and dribble. That's what every team is looking for, and that's the way the modern NBA team, especially a championship caliber team, is made.
And here's George. After the three-pointer from Desmond Bain. Morris kicks to George. And Jaren Jackson picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. The pass to Jackson. Shot clock at 6.
You watched the defender, and it looked like he knew that was coming. He made a quick play on it to intercept the ball in the passing lane.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Brooks, left side. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Oh, nice play from Brooks down in the paint. Not afraid to get physical on the inside.
Jackson against Morant. Jackson passes to George. Out to Morris, looking to end the run. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Morris has got a pair of dribbles in the second now for the Clippers.
And you just look at what Marcus Morris has done in his career.
Well, such a solid forward in the game right now, averaging over double digits in the last 8 years. But it's been that expansion and the fact that he can step behind the three-point line and be as deadly as he's been the past couple seasons. It's been a remarkable, consistent offensive production for his career.
And here's Jackson after the three-pointer from Desmond Bain. Jackson kicks to George. Out to Morris. Three-pointer. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one.
Paul George doesn't just score. He can pass it as well. He's a great all-around player.
Now here's Morant. He's got 6. Here's Bain. And he takes that one up and powers it through. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes.
Jackson down low. Guarded by Morant. Here's Leonard. Outside, George. On the wing, Morris. To the middle. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Jackson against Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Jackson against Morant. And here's Morris for three. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got his 5th rebound in this one. Jackson dishes to Morant. Jackson passes to Bain. Back to Jackson. Launches it. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
Oh, quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
Morris finds George. Jackson with it. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. To end the run, here's Leonard. Adams trying to free himself up. Can't cash in from close range. Jackson against Morant. He got it up. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
How about that triple to put a cap on their run here going into the break? Finish that half on a big-time roll.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. It's been a clinic out there by Desmond Bain.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson at the 1 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
They're kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Outside Leonard. And here's George for 3. A 3-pointer is right on target. George has got 7 points in the game.
That last 3 must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Now here's Williams. Dishes it to Clark. Kicks it out to Jones. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Clark. It's good.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Here's Mann. The kick out to Wall. Pass to Mann. It's Powell on the wing. Conchar pulls it in.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
On the wing, Green. No good from Clark. Clippers trail by 11. Covington kicks to Batum. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Batum playing with some aggressiveness here, drawing that foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Now here's Jones. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Williams against Covington. Here's Conchar. And then Clark slams it in.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
All taking his time here. Powell, the pass to Mann. Outside, Wall. To the wing right side. They get it back. And terrific work on the offensive glass when he picks up 2.
Not lacking any confidence. When the ball hits Wall's hands, he is ready to let it fly.
To the wing on the left. Conchar, the pass to Jones. Outside, Green. That one, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Powell, the pass to Covington, and stolen by Williams. Clark outside. The feed to Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Pass to Mann. Outside, Covington. Knocked away. Passes it to Mann. And Wall kicks to Powell. Back to Wall. Clock at 6. Takes the 3. Rebound by Williams.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
From deep, Green. The Clippers grab the miss. And they've got time, Greg, to chip away at this lead.
Yeah, still lots of time, but they have to play smart if they want to erase this deficit.
Now, here's Batum. All with it. Williams picks him up. And he comes up with the deuce. Wall's got 4 points in the quarter.
And if you give Batum some time to survey the floor, he'll find an open teammate.
Jones, the pass to Williams. To the left side wing. Memphis moving it around. Here's Conchar. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Grizzlies have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. No good on that one. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Clark. Jackson comes in for Williams. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Green. And it's Morant in for Jones.
And for him, that is an ugly trip to the line. Rarely do you see him do that.
And I just love the way Wall kind of knifes through that defense. He is masterful at slashing to the rim.
Now here's Morant. 8 points for him. Brooks for 3. Drains the three-pointer. Brooks has got 5 now. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Wall. It's Powell on the wing. Outside, Wall. And so it's Memphis. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. And at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams at the 5. It's Brooks on the wing. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. And the Grizzlies lead by 11.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitive.
Both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Jackson against Morant. Bain for 3. Not going to go that time. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the 3-ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
Well, we've also seen them being very aggressive down in the paint. All game long, they've been hunting down those inside points.
Back to George. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one's on Morant.
Paul George right now 1 step ahead of his defender, using the old...
And both free throws good for Paul George.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Here's Brooks. Here's Adams. Jackson has the open look. Nailed from three-point land.
A wonderful awareness from the big man as Steven Adams finds the open man.
The three from George. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Morant outside on the wing. Bain from deep, and again it's Memphis with the 3.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Leonard kicks to George. Kicks it out to Leonard. Wants to get it to Zubac. And does. 4 on the shot clock. A 3 from Morris. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Brooks with no one around. No good with the triple. Clippers trail by 12. And here's George for 3. The pass to Zubac. Morant outside. Here's Adams, and he banks in the layup. Adams has got the lead up to 14 now for Memphis.
Well, Adams with that kind of positioning so deep inside, he becomes a force down low.
Outside, George. To the paint. Morris kicks to Jackson. He dishes it to Leonard. Morris outside. The Clippers rebound. Leonard finds Zubac. Outside for Jackson. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Good handles from Reggie. The kids would tell you Reggie's in his bag.
Memphis leading by 12. 1:15 left to play in the final quarter. Payne for 3. Out to Brooks. Payne looking around. A three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Grizzlies.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for John Morant.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates and the wrecking ball on both ends.
On the wing, Jackson. Here's the 3. They get it back. Zubac, that's good.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Adams outside. The dish to Morant. Outside Jackson. Back to Morant. Lobs it up. And the rejection by Jackson. So it's Memphis picking up the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K.
Looking to play to their strength and get easy buckets in transition.
The starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Moran and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the 5, down low. And for the Timberwolves, Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Russell in at the 1. Now here's Brooks. Down low. Outside Edwards. Shoots from 14. Towns with the ball. Second chance shot. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play.
You can tell Towns is a true modern-day player. He's got a diverse skill set, and he can do so much more than you're used to seeing from a guy his size at his position.
Ja Morant getting it done. What a move that time.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Russell. Pass to Edwards. The rebound by Jackson. And here's Memphis.
The son of an NBA player, Jaren Jackson Jr. I actually played a bit with his dad, Jaren Sr. at Orlando back in the early 2000s, which means I'm old.
Brooks against McDaniels. Up top, Jackson. Plenty of space. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
That jumper is pure. Jackson with great touch for a big man. Set him up, let him knock him down.
Here's Edwards. Into the lane.
First personal foul. 17 foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
How about the work ethic of Anthony Edwards? Not to mention that linebacker build and the sweet shooting stroke. But what he wants most is to see his team succeed. That's what you love about AE.
He really wanted to capture the lead there, but on the bright side, at least the game is tied.
Outside for Brooks. 5 to shoot. Bain, the pass to Moran. No good with the triple. And the Jacksons, just the latest father-son NBA duo. Lots of great ones there, Fred.
So true, B.A. The Curry family might be the best ever. The Berries, including our own colleague Brent. The Thompsons with Clay in the league currently. Just some incredible NBA families to admire. A power finish there as he breaks out the tomahawk.
You could feel the shake after that.
Good.
Yeah, great aggressive move to the bucket there. He wasn't about to pass that one up. He threw it down.
Pass to McDaniels. The kick out to Edwards. McDaniels passes to Gobert. Here's Moran. Brooks outside. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Well, that was
clearly a foul. Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
That one's no good. For Minnesota, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. And they pick up 2. Edwards got 5 now.
A composed and cool effort from Edwards inside, not rushing himself or forcing a bad shot, taking what's available.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Brooks outside. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
You know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Now here's Russell. Gobert passes to Towns. Edwards against Bain. Puts it up from the high post. Great D that time from Bain.
You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
Jackson outside. Back to Bain. Pass to Jackson. Uses the glass on the layup.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
The Timberwolves trail. Outside Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
Russell against Morant. And stolen by Gobert. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Out to the right wing. Here's Russell. That one's wide left.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Outside Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. From deep, Bain. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The T-Wolves on top. They're up by 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Simply put, they look totally fearless on the defensive end.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
Minnesota in the lead. On the court for the Grizzlies. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Bain and Brooks out on the wing. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. Back to Russell. Jack's up a 3. The rebound by Jackson.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Over to the left wing. Outside Morant. Going inside. Oh, and Towns with the block.
You know, one thing they can count on from Towns on the defensive end is block shots. He does not like to give up a clean look.
With 1 on the clock. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Gobert. And it's Bain with the rebound.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay.
Brooks, the pass to Jackson. Back to Brooks. Up top, Jackson. And in any season, you'll have your struggling teams. Clark is a competitor. How hard is it to bring your best when you're enduring a tough stretch?
Well, I think it comes down to the responsibility you have to yourself and your team to give it your best shot. And competitors want to compete, and you have to relish that, even when you have the deck stacked against you. So weathering adversity and still being professional and committed to competing, I think is the mark of every pro, should be the mark of every pro.
And both free throws good for Edwards. Close them in on 2 minutes played here in the second. Moran against Russell. And it's Moran off the drive. Adams, the pass to Bain. It's wide right, hits off the rim.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
The three from Russell. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
On the wing, Bain. Pass to Brooks. Back to Bain from behind the arc. And they get it back. Jackson, the pass to Adams. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
17 foul.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Moran against Russell. Clock at 6. And it's Morant missing. For Minnesota, they've got nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. Edwards for 3. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
They got a piece of it.
Well, I tell you what, his teammates love seeing this. So do I. I mean, when Russell was able to block a shot, that's a big bonus.
Edwards, a pass to Russell. Crafty move. Now Towns. 3-pointer. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Towns has got 6. All right, well, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
They've not been passive at all on defense early on. Challenging shots, and it's resulted in a number of blocks.
And great defensive pressure so far. Forcing the offense to make mistakes and taking the ball away.
And he gets it back. Brooks finds Jackson. Memphis needs to get off a shot. The 3 from Bain. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Edwards, a pass to Towns. Here's the 3. Moran against Russell. Inside. Oh, stolen by Moran. Outside Bain. Here's Brooks. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket. The Timberwolves have got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Bain. Left side, Russell. Over Moran. The shot by Russell, no good. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Morant with the bucket. Morant's got his second basket of the game.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
Edwards, the pass to Russell. Shoots over Morant. Another miss by Minnesota. Right side Bain. Here's Adams. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. That one on Russell.
Some consider Adams to be the strongest player in the league. He never backs down from a physical challenge.
And no luck that time either. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. The T-Wolves on top, leading by 5. All right, Allie's ready to go. Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break. Ready for the third quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
We've got Nas Reed. Torian Prince is out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's Jalen Noel. And it's McLaughlin in at point guard. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Timberwolves. Minnesota in the lead. Pass to Reed for three. Pure from three-point range. Reed's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Now here's Jones. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Just 5 on the clock. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
Minnesota's gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. On the wing, Noel. Kicks it out to Anderson from deep. The Grizzlies pull it in. And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Pass to Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Yeah, they call him Dancing Danny Green, and you can see why. Excellent offensive instincts there.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Here's Prince. Now here's Anderson. Out left to the wing. And finished off by Anderson.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Graham, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
Williams misses. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Out to the right wing. McLaughlin, shot is good. And it's an 11-point Minnesota lead.
I mean, I guess they're willing to give him that shot. They may want to rethink that strategy, though.
Timeout called. Memphis. Well, the Grizzlies shooting 35% so far in this one. Left side, Jones. Outside, Williams. And that comes off the assist by Green.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Pass to Prince. The three is up. From deep. No good. Green with the defensive effort.
Impressive closeout on a skilled shooter. That is how you defend shots from downtown.
Stolen by Reed. And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Clark outside. Crosses over. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
And left no doubt with that one, Grant.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hand.
On the wing, Noel. The three is up. The shot no good. And it's Memphis the other way. To the paint. Here's Clark. Nice move. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Nas Reed.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and they'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And 1:01 left in the third quarter. Here's Noel. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And the Timberwolves lead by 7. Outside Jones. Outside Green. And a miss there on the triple for Minnesota. They've gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. Outside Jones. Pass to Williams. And it's Noel with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Here's Prince. On target from range. And now a 10-point Minnesota lead.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Jones misses. And so it's Minnesota ending the quarter up 10. The flow of the game has favored them in general. But hey, the tide can shift. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. On the court for Memphis, Morant and Bade in the backcourt together. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Brooks in at the 3.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Towns passes to Edwards. Towns a screen on Bane. Back to Towns. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Well-coordinated play there. I mean, Towns rolls off at the right time. So important. The timing of that roll, and shows good finishing ability on the move.
The 3. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Bane against Edwards. Jackson left side. And the dunk by Jackson.
Highlight reel dribble move. And then the athleticism takes over.
Woo! Yep, he wasn't going to be denied there. Showing all the skill.
Well, I tell you what, he deserves to do some collar popping after that sequence.
Towns for 3. Towns can't get that one to fall.
You know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Pass to Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. A one-hand pull punch.
Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. That's on Steven Adams. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Timberwolves.
Well, I think they've been lethal from beyond the arc this game, no doubt about it. Hard to defend such spot-on shooting.
One other thing they've done very well has been scoring inside, just pounding and grinding down there.
Oh, rejected by McDaniels. And he's able to get it back. Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
The Timberwolves have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Russell, the pass to Edwards. McDaniels. That shot off. The Grizzlies have gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Here's Morant. Jackson left side. And stolen by Gobert. It's Edwards on the wing. Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Yeah, and you know, when Edwards is aggressive, I think it forces defenders to try to get physical back. And when he's close to the rim, he usually is able to draw the foul as a result.
And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there. Here's Morant. Counted. Now 5 of 11 for the game.
Gets the defender to sell out on the pump fake, and then flips it in.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Here's Edwards. Back to Daniels. Pass to Russell. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Gobert with it. He's picked up by Adams. Gobert no good. Memphis trailing here. Here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
Can you say prime time player Morant? He enjoys delivering for his team in these parts of the game.
Payne against Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Banked it in off the glass.
And the trust this team has in Gobert. They know he looks to come up huge in the clutch.
Jackson with a screen on Russell. Morant pass to Jackson. Money! What a beautiful shot! Brings it within 3.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. They've led by as many as 11. It's McDaniels on the wing. Edwards against Payne. Towns is screen on Payne. Edwards pass to Towns.
Yeah! Big bucket for him there. Towns happy to put the team on his broad back when he's needed most. And not a moment to lose on this possession. Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Kicks it out to Jackson. Off target with the 3. Payne against Edwards. Pass to Russell. From deep three-point range. No good. So we see the Timberwolves get the win here.
Trending well for sure, Dave. Thanks. Here are the five for the Clippers. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post-tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. And for Minnesota, two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the three.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena, the only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Now here's Jackson. Lets it go from deep. Here's Zubac. Out to Morris. Outside, George. From the arc. That shot off. And Minnesota now the other way. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. And they're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
And Greg, you were talking about this. What you appreciate about this matchup, the team-first mindset on both sides.
Very unselfish, and we're going to see guys moving the ball. And Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
Well, Paul George is a big-time scorer, and it matters not where he is, but you give him a corner three, he'll take it.
Here's Edwards, and then jammed down as he goes right over Ivica Zubac.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
Jackson kicks to George. Jackson against Russell. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Ooh, the one-hand tomahawk, guys. Somebody's going to get their feelings hurt.
Yeah, they got the entire bench up right there as they saw that and out of their chairs. Oh, here's Edwards. Towns a screen on George. Here's Edwards. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Edwards got 5.
Boy, that defense must be better. Anthony Edwards getting it done on the interior.
Jackson passes to George. Outside for Jackson. Back to George. Lets it go with a 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. The Timberwolves have gone 2 or 3 here to start off the game. Edwards inside. Defended by George. And Edwards with the stop.
Boy, defense has no answer for Anthony Edwards' athleticism. What a dunk.
Jackson passes to George. Back to Jackson. Out to Morris. Outside Jackson. 6 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And here's Leonard from 3. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots. And Karl Anthony Towns said he believes that he is the greatest big-man shooter of all time. What do you think?
Well, Kev, I think of a guy by the name of Dirk Nowitzki might have a thing or two to say about it, but I love Karl Anthony Towns' attitude. You have got to believe in your skills if you're going to have the kind of success that Pat has had in this league, and we know he is lethal from deep.
Summer of 2014, Doris. Paul George suffering a leg injury playing for the national team.
Kevin, I remember that injury like it was yesterday. There were many, including me, who wondered whether Paul George could ever be the same guy. And amazingly, he puts in all the necessary work, and I think has come back better. That is a huge credit to his work ethic and his grit.
And here's Jackson after the three-pointer from Karl Anthony Towns. Jackson kicks to Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. The shot by George, wide open. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Well, Paul George says, I can answer with my own big-time three-point shot. Go to work, PG.
Russell with a wide-open look. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now, here is Morris. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. The three. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Edwards kicks to Towns. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Good, and his assist goes to Towns.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns entered the league as a force in scoring the basketball. Now he's honing his passing skills.
It's stolen by Edwards. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. McDaniels dishes to Russell. Beyond the arc. The putback. And there's Gobert putting it right back in.
Well, Rudy Gobert securing the board and making sure to convert.
With one on the clock. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves holding on to an 8-point lead heading in. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Timberwolves.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the one spot. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
George, no good. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Here's Towns. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Here's George, and he drops it in from the low post. George has got 12 in the game.
Well, Paul George simply stated as playing at a high level, getting to his spots and riding this wave of scoring.
Edwards passes to McDaniels, kicks to Russell. Over Jackson. Towns in the corner, just 4 to shoot. Fires for 3. Another miss by Towns. Clippers trail by 8. Jackson down low. Russell's there. Out to the wing. Zubac finds Jackson. Kicks it out to Leonard. Pass to George. From deep. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, when you have a scorer like Paul George, it doesn't matter where it comes from. In that instance, hey, just catch and shoot.
Edwards passes to Russell. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Russell kicks to McDaniels. 5 on the clock. Russell passes to Towns. Drills the baseline jumper. Towns has got his second basket of the game.
Well, if you're going to concede anything, I guess you'd prefer Towns get to the mid-range, but boy, he is so consistent.
Outside, George. Jammed down as he goes right over Rudy Gobert.
That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
Here's Edwards. It's hauled in by Zubats. Clippers trail by 5. Jackson dishes to Morris. Jackson passes to George. And it's Leonard, top of the key. Back to George. It's stolen by Edwards. Fast break, Minnesota. Russell from long range. And he's good on the 3-ball. Russell's got 8 points.
Arguably the most dangerous weapon in D'Angelo Russell's arsenal. This guy is a problem for the defense.
Leonard with no one around. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Clippers trail by 5. Jackson passes to George. Clippers moving the ball around. A 3 from Leonard. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's McDaniels. That one off the back iron and out. LA's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. There's the triple. He can't hit that time. So Minnesota will take it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Edwards pitched to Russell. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Does not find the target. That makes him 3 for 5. Leonard against Edwards. Out to Morris. Now here is George. Fires the 3. No good on the last second attempt there.
You can see with the contest right there that defensively Towns arrived in the NBA prepared to make an impact.
Thank you, David, for that interview. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, the break certainly didn't have a cooling effect on him at all. He's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
They've got Kyle Anderson. He's out there with Torian Prince. And it's Reed in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. Here's McLaughlin. Anderson outside. You talk to the great ball handlers, and they say, Greg, that footwork is an underappreciated aspect of it. Why is that?
It's like a dance. You're eluding the defender mostly with your feet. The ball handling part is just making sure the ball comes along for the ride. And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
Here's Reed after the basket by Los Angeles. Here's Prince. And that's a foul called on Naz Reed. That's his first foul. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first half.
I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past. Just keep evolving as a team.
Here's Noel. Powell with the steal. Right side, Wall. Covington dishes the Wall. Powell, the pass to Wall. Back to Powell. Pass to Wall. Powell in the high post. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away.
Well, on the catch and shoot, Norman Powell ready to rise and fire.
Here's Noel, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
That kind of defense, it's almost as if they're just standing there.
Well, for the most part, they were just standing still, and you've got an easy 2 points.
Yeah, and despite his restrictions offensively, you still have to close off the lane or he'll burn you.
Minnesota's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the free ball here. The quick look, no good that time.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Well, we know Nick Batum can hurt you from the perimeter. That time he shows you his ups. Go ahead and get up, Nicholas Batum.
Here's McLaughlin. Kicks it out to Prince. The tray. Traps in the tray. Noel's got 7 points for the quarter. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Here's Mann. No points in the game yet for him. Covington passes to Batum. Back to Covington. The kick out to Wall. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Mann. Misses off the right iron. Minnesota's gone 5 of 9 when they put up a 3-point shot tonight.
Many teams could use a multi-position defender like Taurean Prince.
Well, defensively, you know that Taurean is going to play with great effort night after night. He does an incredible job contesting shots, fighting through screens, and offensively, obviously, his value comes as a spot-up shooter.
Minnesota in the lead. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Inside, it's tipped. It's stolen by Wall. Outside, Covington. Out left to the wing. Clock at 6. Covington against Anderson. Prince outside. And it's blocked.
That 7-foot wingspan and the versatility of Nick Batum send it back.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Covington, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Covington's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Anderson outside. The 3. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Wall attacking. Plays it up and banks it in. Wall's got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
The lightning speed is what is impressive. Defense doesn't have time to react. John Wall on the drive.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. The Clippers on top. They lead by a bucket. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And with with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. So with Leonard on the bench, here's who SuperLu's going with. Wall and Powell are the guard set. Robert Covington out there with Batum, and it's man in at the small forward. Here's Jackson. Rudy Gobert picking up that last basket. Jackson dishes to George to the inside. No good. Shot missing. Towns with the defensive effort. Stolen by Jackson. One-on-one here. From deep, George. Leonard kicks to Morris. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Anthony Edwards getting into that pull-up game. Nicely done.
And here's George. After Anthony Edwards made that last three-pointer. And the three ball is good. George has got 20 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Edwards. Russell from long range. No good that time.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Leonard looking over the floor. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. The putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You don't check out Rudy Gobert, you deserve to get dunked on.
George passes to Zubac. This one for 3. And it's Russell with the rebound.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And Towns the bucket on the assist from Edwards. Now it's a 4-point Minnesota lead. Outside, George. For 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Here's Edwards, driving the lane. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
From deep, George. They get it back. Leonard. Gobert with the block.
Defensively, few players have had a bigger impact than Rudy Gobert. That combination of energy and length and commitment, so good defensively.
Now, here is Russell. Towns sets the pick for Edwards. Dishes it to Towns. Shoots the 3. The shot comes out, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
My goodness, guys, you talk about embracing the moment, burying a key shot. Go ahead, Mr. Morris. We see you doing work.
Here is Edwards, following the basket by Marcus Morris. Russell against Morris. And the slam dunk by Russell.
You want D'Angelo Russell taking these shots. This guy is fearless.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Outside for George. It's stolen by Edwards. Drives to the hoop. He goes right over Marcus Morris and slams it down.
This guy is so explosive. Anthony Edwards off the bounce. My goodness.
Jackson finds Leonard, and he's way off from outside.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run here. Out to Russell. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
From past the arc. That shot off the mark. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And a deep three from George. And it's George again missing. Here's Russell with the three. McDaniels kicks to Russell. Lets the three fly. And they'll get another chance. Launches a three. Off target. And so the Timberwolves take the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.
Number 12,
And we've got a pair of teams here that know a thing or two about ball movement, Grant.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's a great feel that these teams play with. Two of the smartest teams in the league. They focus on sharing the basketball and keeping everyone involved. This is a matchup for the purists.
So here's the Clippers starting group. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point.
Showing off that vert. Morant attacks the basket with just such intensity. There's not much any defense can do with it.
Here's Zubac. Following the bucket by the Grizzlies. A nice shot by Morris.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Brooks outside. Outside Bain. Pass to Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot. And there's the drive. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Love the power finish from Jaren Jackson, pushing right through the contact.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
Now here's Morris. Basket's good.
Just good awareness from Leonard there. Feeding a wide open guy instead of forcing his own shot.
And your last year in the league, the 12-13 season, you played for the Clippers.
Yes, I did. And a great team at that. Blake Griffin, CP3, all in their primes. We won the division for the first time in Clippers history. Team record 56 wins. That year was big in the turnaround for LA.
Here's Brooks. Kicks it out to Jackson. Pass to Adams. And there it is for him.
Yeah, this is where Adams looks to score, especially when he has a matchup he likes.
Jackson outside. Morris on the wing. Shoots over Jackson. Morris can't hit.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him off.
Morant, the pass to Bain. Jackson with it. Guarded by Morris. Brooks outside. Pass to Morant. Puts up a three. Kawhi Leonard comes up with a rebound. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. It's George on the wing. Back to Leonard. Let's go with a three. Can't hit that one. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Now Morant. And stolen by Leonard. In transition, here come the Clippers. And the dunk by Leonard.
A dynamic two-way player. Leonard is especially gifted at turning defense into offense.
Jackson against Morant. Three-pointer, Brooks. Knocks it down from distance.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
The Clippers trail.
Every night, John Morant has a hard job to do. He draws the opponent's toughest defender in each game they play. That's how talented of a scorer he is.
George with the bucket.
Yeah, just a drop in the bucket for PG-13. He will roast you from the corners if you let him.
Morant against Jackson. Outside Morant. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep. When you talk about the D Morant has to face, yet he finds a way to get the best of most of those matchups, Richard.
He's got a very advanced offensive skill set. He can score off the bounce. He can spot up. Depending on who's guarding him, Ja can adapt and find any weakness.
And the dunk by Leonard.
Oh, the claw. I mean, Leonard controls the ball with those massive hands. Just throws it down.
Kicks it out to Jackson. On the wing, Brooks. Leonard defending. Back to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. From deep, Bain. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
The team first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
Moran against Jackson. The kick out to Morris. Launches it. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Oh, man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The lead just keeps going back and forth.
Jackson, the pass to George. Lets it go from deep. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game.
Over his career, George has put up great numbers from deep. The ultimate 3-and-D player.
And so it's Marcus Morris making things happen for the Clippers. Hunting for opportunity. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Clippers. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 5 from outside the arc in this one. So here are the 5 for the Clippers to start the second. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. Now here's Leonard. 5 on the clock. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Leonard's got 6 points.
Athletic play by Leonard in the paint. Not letting anything hold him back from his shot.
And you can tell how much these fans here in Memphis love their Grizzlies.
Yeah, I mean, B.A., ever since they moved here in 2001, these fans have been so loyal. And the players are also enjoy playing here. Memphis is a fun-loving city with great barbecue and a lot of character.
You know, the point forward is an archetype that by now fans are familiar with. Grant, you were one of the OGs at the point forward. How's that position evolved in your mind?
Well, it's evolved because so many players today have the skill set to be a point forward. Before me, there were guys like Paul Pressey and Scottie Pippen in the 80s and early 90s. But as I said, players today, the skill level is so elite. And with this positionless basketball that we're in, you must have a point forward or 2 on your team to be successful.
Now here's Bain. Pass to Jackson. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Morris. The Clippers in the lead. And the foul on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Moran against Jackson. Oh, there's Moran with the slam.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
And it's Bain with the rebound.
Well, I'll give him an A for effort for trying to dunk through the defense, but maybe he should ease up on that one just a little bit.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
So it's the Clippers now. Following the bucket by the Grizzlies. Morris for 3. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball. Really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Now here's Brooks. 6 to shoot. Jackson, pass to Brooks. Here's Moran, driving inside. Moran with the slam!
And man, does Moran put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Los Angeles has gone 5 of 6 from three-point land so far. Jackson, pass to George. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be on Dylan Brooks. That free throw misses.
And just one of the most complete players in the game today. George's two-way game and strong leadership traits are reasons why he's a star.
Memphis trailing here. Brooks outside. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Jackson with it, and it's Leonard picking him up from downtown. Leonard pulls down the board. For Los Angeles, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Drives to the hoop, and the dunk by Leonard.
That hoop is what makes Kawhi so lethal. I mean, you have to respect the outside shot, but he can also take it right to the basket.
Now here's Morant. 13 points in the game. The 3 from Bain. It's rebounded by George. The Clippers have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
A wing not afraid to mix it up inside. PG-13 finishing down low.
Timeout call, Memphis.
Timeout call for Memphis.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. And here's Morant outside. And another miss by Memphis.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Morris finds Leonard. Kicks it out to Jackson. Brooks against George. Offensive board. Here's Zubats. Leonard up top. Pounded by Morant. Shot clock at 5. Tries again. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Putting the toughness on full display. Jackson's not afraid to go up strong against opponents.
That one misses for Jackson. They need this. Brooks outside. Jackson, the pass to Brooks. Jackson attacking. And the layup falls. Jackson's gotten his second bucket of the game.
With those long strides, Jackson Jr. eats up the ground in a hurry.
Jackson against Morant. Morris passes to Jackson. The kick out to Morris. Now here's Leonard. Driving in. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Some serious intensity from Leonard. Driving in with a purpose and slamming it down.
Back to Morant. Ooh, he released it in time, but it's off the mark. All right, good stuff, Allie. And if you're just joining in, 1 half is in the books. 1 half to go. Boy, you got to like what Ja Morant has done in this game.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
They've got John Conchar. Also Tyus Jones out there. And it's Tillman in at the 5, down low. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies.
First team.
The kick out to Wall. Back to Powell. 5 on the clock. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Shot blocked. And he recovers it. Memphis calls timeout.
First team. First team.
Mark is checked in for Memphis. Well, Memphis shooting 61% for the game, knocking them down. Jones with the ball, guarded by Batum. Clark lets the 3 fly, and the basket by Aldama.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Wall attacking. Out to Powell. On the wing man. Williams defending. Covington passes to Wall. Cans it with nobody near him. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Some speedy shooting from Wall. He gets the pass and puts his shot right up to beat the D.
The speed John Wall plays the game has always been the thing that sets him apart. And even as he's pushing the tempo, he just stays in control.
Here's Powell. After the basket by Memphis. To the left wing. Back to man. And good. Coming on, the assist by Wall. Man's got his first basket. Well, you talk about Wall's speed, Richard. There aren't too many players quicker to start the break than him.
He loves to get out and run. If Wall has a chance to push it and catch the D off balance, he'll do it. Just the kind of mindset you want at the point.
Here's Conchar. Kicks it out to Clark. Pass to Aldama. Fires the three. That one doesn't drop. The Clippers have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Now Wall. Powell outside. The kick out to Wall. Now here's Powell. Defense right on him. Here's Covington. Foul called. Looked like the D didn't get there in time. And he'll shoot free throws.
A 3-and-D wing. Covington's skill set is perfect for how players and teams play the game today.
It's both from the stripe. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Outside Jones. Pass to Aldama. Back to Jones. Three-pointer. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Here's Batum. And that one's long.
And that's a low percentage shot. And I'm sure he knows it.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. Like, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad boy again.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And Clark drops them both. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Wall against Jones. Covington, a screen on Jones. Wall, the pass to Covington. They get it back. Wall gets the bucket. Wall's got 4 points now in the quarter.
So physical for a 1. Wall has the size and skill to do work in the paint.
Williams passes to Jones. That one no good. And Los Angeles the other way now. Here's Wall. Changes up. And he lays it up and in. Wall's got 6.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
Timeout called. Memphis. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is. And every one of those players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
So Memphis ends up going with a new group. Morant, the pass to Bain. Wide open. Here's Adams, and that one's good with extra effort on the glass. Adams has got his second basket.
And on the offensive end, this is how Adams hurts you. You have to be aware of where he is at all times.
Jackson against Morant. Up top, George. Back to Jackson. Morris outside. Shot clock at 6. Oh, and Jackson with the defensive effort.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Brooks finds Adams. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Now here's Morant. He's got 13. Brooks from outside. It's rebounded by Morris. George outside. The three ball. Oh, and another three for the Clippers.
An elite player in this league, it's Paul George stepping up, scoring in bunches tonight.
Here's Morant. Morant with the slam.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a... And so it's Los Angeles now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. They're getting quality looks, and that's why they're shooting at such a high clip. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And so in the game for the Clippers, the two-way threats of George and Leonard, the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the one.
What I love about Morant is that he understands his strengths on offense, which is why he is so efficient.
The kick out to Morris. The three is up. Oh, and another three for the Clippers.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdowns for the Clippers. And he drops it first.
You know, John Morant's such a dynamic guard. His combination of speed and creativity, that makes for some tough matchups.
And the Clippers with the ball. They've led by as many as 14. Morant against Jackson. Three-pointer. The rebound by Jackson. Well, Memphis shooting an efficient 57% tonight. Morant, the pass to Adams. Oh, Morris with a steal. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Bain. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
That's just terrifying coming down the lane. I mean, when Leonard is attacking with ferocity, man, the D has to foul.
Both shots good from the strike. Fourth quarter still young. Just over a minute played. Outside Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet.
Jackson, pass to Leonard. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Jackson's got 6 assists now in the game. Jackson outside. Driving to the basket. And there's the rejection. Here's Leonard to the middle. Morris passes to Leonard. George outside. And Morant clears the board. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. There's Jackson with the three. He buries it from 3.
From way downtown. Jackson Jr. a big with serious range.
George outside. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Leonard way outside. Oh, and another three for the Clippers.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Jackson outside. Pass to Adams. Goes up again, and he commits the intentional foul. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. He said to his players, you may want to get comfortable with this lead, but we can't afford that. That's when we get into trouble. Just keep executing the game plan and trust in one another.
And Allie, thank you for that.
Even though it wasn't a clear path, he knows that that's a shot he should make more often times than not.
And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated and able to shut it down with authority.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. George against Bain. Leonard for 3. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Ooh, Morris with a steal. Jackson against Adams. Jackson down low. Pass to Leonard. This one for 3. Jackson, pass to Zubac.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Clippers.
Absolute fireworks display. High-scoring game. They were unstoppable, Grant.
Yeah, just relentless from start to finish. And the pace was furious. Ultimately, they wore out the other team.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Kawhi Leonard.
He really managed to shine on both ends of the floor, finding lots of opportunities to affect the game and make an impact.
46 seconds left to play in the fourth. Here's George. Shot's no good. Made 4, he's missed 4 now. And so it's Memphis with it. It's a 16-point game. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
I don't know, but it seems like Morant's got springs or something in his shoes.
And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Leonard passes to Jackson.
I have to admit, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
He misses the free throw.
At the line for 2.
He's off on the second. Outside Morant. Morant with the slam!
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Leonard. The 3 from Bain. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
So the Clippers win it. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to...
Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching.
high flyer indeed. David, thank you. So the Timberwolves win the tip. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Russell in at the 1. And Morant's got the ball here for Memphis. Here's Brooks. Oh, and that one, no question, lowered it down.
Shows incredible vision for a younger player. Ja Morant's a skilled distributor.
It's Edwards on the wing. Guarded by Bain. McDaniels kicks to Edwards. Back to McDaniel. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Brooks. And that one hits back iron. Russell against Morant. Pass to Adams. Lays it up off the glass. Get ready, folks. These two teams love pushing the ball. Greg, we could see a track meet tonight.
Two of the top fast break teams in the league, Kevin. As far as keys, limiting turnovers is going to be big because they each want to get out and run when they get the chance.
And the Grizzlies with possession. Bain finds Jackson. And the shot is good.
Good concentration by Jaren. A little contact on the shot, no problem.
It's Edwards on the wing. Guarded by Bain. At the crossover, Edwards passes to Gobert. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Grizzlies have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Morant against Russell. And stolen by Russell. One-on-one fast break. Edwards can't hit.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
Here's Adams. And rebounded by McDaniels. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And the rejection by Jackson. And here we go with Brooks running it up the court. Adams trying to free himself up. Brooks misses. And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. Now, if you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
Towns, money from the wing.
Love the decision by Gobert, finding the open teammate, playing smart basketball.
Morant surveying the D. 1:58 left in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
So it's the Grizzlies now. Jackson kicks to Brooks. Into the lane. In the corner, it's Bain. Shot clock at 5. It's Morant with the drop. And finished off by Morant.
Off the dribble, Morant is so dynamic, even his teammates look a little stunned.
It's Edwards on the wing. Guarded by Bain. McDaniels finds Edwards. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And he's got more than a few ways to beat you. Edwards will be aggressive when he has to initiate contact and create the N1 opportunity.
Spydi with Memphis. What do they need right now to make a championship run this season?
Kevin, I think the pieces are all in place. It's a matter of luck on the injury front and staying focused when the pressure's on in the biggest postseason games.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Timberwolves trail by 3. 59 seconds left here in the first quarter. And there's the pass to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Over Bain. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on two things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
Morant against Russell. Oh, he misses the dunk.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down. And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Payne for three. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. It's Gobert with the ball for Minnesota. Outside, Russell. Outside, Towns. Back to Russell. To the middle. Shoots a fader. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. It's a tie game in Memphis. The second quarter coming up right after this break. So
Please give a big round of applause for your
and it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Russell in at point. Payne against Edwards. Back to Russell. It's Edwards on the wing. Guarded by Payne. Morant against Russell. Morant wishes to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
This is where you want Adams to have the ball. Can't get a higher percentage look than that.
Payne against Edwards. Towns up top. And there's the drive.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
And it's Edwards, top of the key. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Lets it go from the wing. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Edwards drives in. Here's Towns. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
And that one's good. Morant.
I like that find by Jackson. Young bigs who can see the whole floor. You don't come across them that often.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Edwards can't hit. Memphis leading by 4. Morant with it. Picked up by Edwards. Jackson has the open look. Payne looking around. Adams with the screen on Russell. Payne for 3. Gobert pulls it in. Timberwolves have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Edwards passes to Towns. They get it again. Tries again. Edwards can't hit. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Morant kicks to Brooks. We know the league's cracking down on those dangerous plays that risk a player's health. Why was that less of a focus when you play?
That's a great question. I think it's smarter to approach the game this way. We don't want to have unnecessary injury because of guys maybe just taking it a little too far with the physicality.
Passes it to McDaniels. At 3 off the mark. Memphis leading by 6. Morant kicks to Jackson. On the wing, Bain. At the elbow, Adams. And McDaniels with the block. And here's the fast break to end the cold streak. And Towns with the lay-in good. Towns has got 4 points this quarter.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
Outside Jackson. Back to Morant. It's stolen by Gobert. And now Minnesota on the fast break. And finished up by McDaniel.
And how about the quick eyes there from Towns? Finds a hole in the defense and exploits it there with a nice find.
The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Anthony Edwards. The Grizzlies shooting their first free throw of the game. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Clark, he's checked in for Adams. Williams comes in for Jaren Jackson. Green, he's checked in for Dylan Brooks. And Conchar subbed in for Bain.
As young as John Morant is, I'm impressed. He came in ready to lead a team. And these guys, they follow him.
Russell dishes to Towns. 6 to shoot. And Towns throws it down.
Man, that's just too easy for Towns. You allow him to get that deep in the paint, and he's going to punish you.
Here's Conchar. Kicks it to Morant. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Every team is looking for that star to lead them to great things. Morant already looks the part.
He's off on the second. John Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for Memphis. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll get right back to the action when we return. As we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Guys, John Morant has been sensational.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Brandon Clark is out there with Williams. Then it's Green. Then it's Tyus Jones. And it's Conchar in the 2 guard. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half.
The veteran presence of Danny Green keeping his eyes up, finding his teammate wide open.
Here's McLaughlin. It's stolen by Jones. And Williams with the clear path to the hoop. And then jammed down as he goes right over Kyle Anderson.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Reed misses.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Oh, and the jam by Williams.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
He's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Here's Noel. Trains it from 17 feet out.
Off and running right off the bat here to start the second half.
And it's Jones with the ball for the Grizzlies. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Pass to Conchar. For the 3. A shot, no good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Noel passes to Prince. Reed with it. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Noel. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
He is just going all out right now. Loving the MJ impersonation. Hanging in the midair and still hitting the shot.
The Timberwolves shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Prince finds Reed. Here's McLaughlin. Back to Anderson. From downtown, Conchard pulls it in. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. A second chance effort. That shot is off. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. It's stolen. Here's McLaughlin. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Out to the right wing. Here's Conchard. Down low. Outside Williams. And the slam by Williams.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Third quarter action at just under 3.5 minutes are gone. Noel, Prince in the corner. Pass to Reed. Now Anderson. And that one goes long. Jones with it. Guarded now by Prince. The pass to Williams. 1:05 left in the third. Clark hits to Green. Goes up from the top of the key. And he knocks down the jumper. And it's a 9-point Grizzly lead.
Fantastic awareness. Danny keeps one eye on the shot clock. Just beats it.
Memphis leading by 9. Jones up top. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
26 seconds left in the third quarter. And the rejection by Clark. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
6 on the shot clock. Here's McLaughlin. Conchard pulls it in.
And once he had to change his shot in the face of the D, you just had a feeling that one wasn't going to fall.
Jones looking for an opening. The shake. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Grizzlies ending the third quarter on a 15-5 run. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Here's Russell. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's McDaniels at the 3 spot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And this is Edwards' game. When he's aggressive and trying to score, it really puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
They are dominating the paint in this one. Consistent work inside throughout the game.
And not just that, they're also forcing turnovers at a high rate and taking advantage in transition.
Here's Adams. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one. Russell with it. Guarded down by Jackson. A nice shot by McDaniel.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Morant against Russell. The crossover and finished off by Morant.
With the ball on the string, John Morant is toying with the defense. Beautiful.
Edwards looking it over. Towns at the elbow. Out to Edwards. Back to Towns. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Shot on the wing. Russell. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Morant passes to Bain. Fires the 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. And they're staring at a sizable deficit.
And still within reach, though, that they have to rush through. A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
Morant kicks to Bain. Left side, Adams.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. Here's Morant. And then Morant cranks it in.
As creative as they come, John Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Edwards dishes to Towns. Puts up a 3. And Desmond Bain pulls it down. Morant outside. Brooks kicks to Bain. On the wing, Jackson. Second chance shot. Banked in off the glass. And the Grizzlies lead by 12.
What you know you love about Jaren Jackson is the length, the instincts. He has a natural feel for the game.
Deep 2 from Russell. No good off the back of the rim. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Morant passes to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Birding around the rim is just effortless for Jackson. He can play on my team any day.
And there's the feed to Gobert. Good work there as it goes.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
On the wing, Brooks. On the wing, Brooks. Back to Bain. Looking for Adams. He gets it there. Pocket 4. Jackson. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And he makes that one. Adams has got the lead up to 14 now for Memphis.
Watch how Adams puts his physique to work, grinding up the defense and finding an inside shot.
Towns for 3. Connects from 3-point range.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Grizzlies.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for John Morant.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
And Towns gets it to go.
And you got to like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
On the wing, Brooks. Jacks up a three, hands it from downtown.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
Here's Russell with the three, rebounded by Jackson. And the basket by Gobert.
The long reach of Rudy Gobert really comes in handy when he's patrolling the offensive glass.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith,